What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live. Let's get into the power of the internet. And this is my rambling series, this is my vlogging series, where I just talk about life, the universe, things that are particularly interesting to me. I hope you enjoy that kind of thing. If you don't, know that I made a lot of content that's not this over the last few months, and not a lot of people have been seeing it. I'm actually going to include a playlist down below in the comments section, as well as the doobly-doo, so feel free to go watch those videos instead if you're not into this kind of thing. So it's been about 72 days since I uploaded this infamous video, and it apparently set a good chunk of the internet on fire. And I kind of thought it would. I knew that if I swallowed my pride and talked about needing people's help and wanting them to check out my Patreon and my sponsors and all that stuff, people were going to get upset, specifically considering my history. I did not expect people to get that upset. But I want to let you know, I pulled those videos down, and I don't plan to talk about money moving forward. Most of the videos I've made talking about money, I've just gone ahead and pulled them down. That's not something I'm comfortable talking about anymore. But I do want to talk about the impact that video had in my life since then. Since that video dropped, obviously we've been going through the holidays, which is often difficult for people with trauma, especially family trauma, right? Then I got finally confirmed that I do have that rare blood cancer, and I have fought off COVID, and I've been dealing with the internet memeing the shit out of me, and it's been all right. I'm really surprised by that, but I've been handling it really okay. A lot of that, I give the credit due to my therapy and my therapist, because he's done a wonderful job. And I've talked about him previously, like he works with children who are currently being abused and recovering from it, works with adults who have been abused. He knew me all too well, knew my issues all too well. And when it comes to the other stuff he didn't know much about, like the internet, he's been quick to learn. So it's been pretty fascinating stuff. The reason I think this therapy is working so well is because we don't focus on my past or the trauma in the background. What we're talking about is my future and focusing on cognitive behavioral skills that help me cope with the life I've created and cope with the brain and body that I have, and just getting better. And it's a lot of life lessons I probably should have learned as a kid, but no one was there to teach me. It's stuff I should have learned as an early adult that I'm now learning at the ripe old age of 48. That's really embarrassing to put in the video. I probably still will, though. I have the option of not putting that in, but I probably still will. Normally this time of year, I would be focused on all the negative things, like, you know, my parents being gone, or my brother and my sister, we not really talking, or my marriage failing, stuff like that. I would do the poor pity me victim thing in my own head and just complain and whine about it. Instead, this year, I'm focusing on the things that I do have, like a nice Christmas tree, a nice house, friends to give gifts to and get gifts from, my beautiful dogs, a warm place to sleep and eat and be alive. And like, that's the biggest thing. I think I'm finally excited and happy that I'm still alive, because I'm facing so many comorbidities at this point, and I'm a 48-year-old man who, by some miracle, has been morbidly obese his whole life and is still alive. That's something we're celebrating as we ring in the new year and get through Christmas, right? Tell me I'm wrong. The power of therapy, I guess, because in 2018 Christmas, I couldn't wait to die, and now here I am in 2022. I'm glad to still be alive. That's what we're paying for, right? Now, if you followed me for any amount of time, you'll know that I normally live stream at least a little bit on Christmas Eve and a little bit on Christmas Day, and I'm planning to do at least one of those days. Now, I might have plans, so I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen, but I promise, since I know so many of you struggle with the holidays because you don't get to see your family, because you're in another country, because you're alone, because you're orphaned, because of whatever, I like to spend a little bit of time with you and help some of that time pass. So targeting Christmas Day, I'll do it here on YouTube. Keep an eye out for it. I'll let you guys know ahead of time, and you can come hang out with me, and we'll make out under the Christmas tree or whatever you're into. But now let's talk about the thing I think a lot of people clicked on this video for, which is me discussing, that infamous video and the fallout that came from it. And I think you might be surprised at my reaction this time. Let's see. You let me know in the comments section if you're surprised. I think some people overreacted, but for the most part, I kind of deserved the negativity that came at me. I saw people like Charlie and Mutahar and other people talking about it, and I normally try to avoid all of that stuff with these videos, but this time I actually tuned in. I had the skills to be able to do it. I listened, and they're not wrong, man. Before pulling that video down, I went back and listened to it with that fresh perspective in my mind, And I realized why everybody was so upset in a way that I wasn't expecting. Because when I made that video, to me, I was just saying, hey, I'm back to making videos full time. I'd love to be a YouTuber again. I'd love to have your support. That's what was going through my mind. But now I see it from everybody else's perspective, and it actually fucked me up a little bit. But with that fresh perspective in my mind, I saw people's problem with that video. It's not that I was asking for Patreon or sponsorship or anything like that. It's the fact that I wasted my money gambling it on crypto like an idiot, spending it on collectibles and traveling, and now I'm asking my audience to bail me out. That's pretty fucked up. I see that now. It is not your responsibility, dear viewer, to bail me out of my downward spiral. It's my responsibility. I'm the one who has to do it. Nobody can do that for me. And I shouldn't be asking for your money to do it with. If I want more internet money, stream more often. If I want more internet money, make more videos. Don't make a video e-begging, and certainly don't talk about the troubles I've had, the issues I've had, and everything else, and then put that on you to help me solve those. That has to be me. And now that I have that perspective, boy, I understand a little bit better why people get so pissed off at me. Now, did I handle this situation perfectly? Pretty far from it. I did the same shit I always did, which is when people are mad at me, I do one of two things. Either I try to like, so I don't care that you're mad at me, screw you, and screw that person, screw Muda, screw Charlie, right? Or I try to convince people that they are wrong and try to see things from my perspective instead of trying to see it from theirs, which is what I should be doing. And so, I don't know, Muda, Charlie, anybody else who saw, mean things I said about them, you're right to call me out on my shit. And for one of the first times ever, I've been able to listen, so I think that's a good thing. My apologies for saying any rude shit. Sorry. It may not be that visible here on YouTube or on Twitter how much better I handled this stuff, but for me and my friends, it's been so visible, the changes that I'm going through. And I'm getting closer, not very close, but closer to the person I was, say, in 2014, 2015, where I'm not as bitter, I'm not as angry, I'm not as cynical, I'm not as sad. And in fact, most days I wake up, I'm excited that I woke up. I'm excited to be in the world. I'm excited to go play a new game and watch a new show and hang out with my friends and hang out with my dogs and enjoy life. It's sad that it took me 48 years to get there, but I'm there. I mean, I wasn't even happy to be alive back in 2014, 2015. I was still processing shit. But now that I have the tools to process all the new shit, I'm also processing the old shit and finally setting some of that baggage down. And I enjoy life. So cheers to that, huh? Life will continue to do to me what it has always done, what it does to everybody, right? We all get our hearts broken. We all bury people we love. We all get sick. We all die. That's a thing that we just have to deal with, right? And I'm finally getting the tools in place to be able to handle that stuff and so much more. And I'm kind of excited to see what tomorrow brings, right? Whether it's good or whether it's bad. I'm still excited. If it's good, great. I'd love some good stuff to happen. If it's bad, though, I finally had the tools. I've been working out mentally, not as much physically recently, but mentally, I've been getting there, man, and I've got the tools. I'm on 1, 2, whatever it is. You got a stroke for me? You got a heart attack for me? I'll survive. I'll kick its ass. I got health insurance. Let's go! Or who knows? Maybe it's just another manic episode. I don't know. But I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad I'm experiencing it during Christmas, because depressing Christmas sucks. Manic Christmas, not so bad. So what about you? How are you handling the holidays this year? How'd you do on your midterms? How's the work crunch going? What about plans to go see your family and friends? What do you got going on? What did you want for Christmas? What did you give to people you love? Let me know in the comments section down below. I love seeing it. If you're on Twitter, tweet me your Christmas pics. I love to see them. It always makes me so happy to know that you're happy. That said, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I will speak with you again.